Hi, I'm Alan Little, AskWoodMan on YouTube, and I'm also one of the owners of Very Super Cool Tools. And I want to show you my new welding cart and that I made for my new Miller Multimatic 200. So I sold my old Miller 140, and unbelievably I got $150 less than I paid for it after keeping it for 7, almost 8 years. So you buy quality tools, and if you want to change them out, they hold their value. So this is this Miller here. This is a multi-process machine. It does stick welding, MIG welding, and TIG welding, but only TIG on stainless and steel. So it doesn't do aluminum TIG. But I also bought so I have the full TIG set up for this steel and stainless TIG, and I also got a spool gun for doing aluminum. So I've got this set up also. But I have to do some welding today, and I'm just going to use my standard MIG, and it will be the first time I've turned this machine on. So I've gone through and I've completely read all the instructions. I really understand what's going on. Fortunately, a lot of the things are similar. The way the wire is fed and everything is similar to my old machine. But I built this cart, so all the stuff that I use when I'm welding is going to be right here. And this cart is on casters, and it will wheel back over into the corner when I don't want it. And it's got this flat frame on the top, so not only is this flat frame going to protect my regulators for my 2 bottles, but then I can put a nice vinyl tarp over the top of this to keep it clean while it's in my woodworking shop, because I have to keep this inside locked up in here in my secure area. And but I've got now everything that I wanted to have while I'm working. Here's my hood, the 2 shields that I use. This is the one I use for my torch, and there's just for grinding. And then here's my portaband, my grinder, and my die grinder that I'm always using. So this has really been fantastic for me, and I think it's an interesting project. Now, during the project, I had a really horrible accident. I actually sliced the top of my knuckle off with this little marking tool here. It's actually a kitchen paring knife that I use to mark. While I was cutting the dovetails on this, it was late at night, and it was like 9 o'clock. I'd been working all day, and I just really wanted to get all these things marked out so I could do my Japanese saw the next day. And I was marking, and I'm not really even sure how I did it, but I was marking, and I came off and just got this thing across the top of my finger, and it was a horrible cut. And I had to wear it bandaged and splinted for for almost 2 weeks because it was so painful to move. And so I'm going to show you a picture right now. And so look away if you don't want to see something pretty gross, but I'm going to show you what it looked like about 2 weeks afterwards when I could first start going without a bandage. So don't look right now. Okay, it's over. Okay, so what I want to do right now is I got my new bottle. This is my second bottle. This is argon. This is what you use when you're doing aluminum or TIG steel. And normally when you're using MIG, gas shielded MIG, you use a CO2 argon mix. So I have that bottle, but I designed this cart to carry 2 bottles. Now this bottle, my guys at Alamo Welding, they didn't have the right size bottle that I wanted, which is a little bit taller, but they said just use this up, and when I bring it back, they'll just trade out my bottle and for the bigger size. But they were out of that size when I got this bottle. So let me go ahead and flip this around, and I'll show you my setup. And like I said, I just couldn't be happier with the way this whole cart turned out. I've got all the places to store my tools and everything that I use when I'm welding, just in one compact package. And of course, you know I don't have a level floor in here, so this thing wants to roll. So let me just stick that underneath there. But so here's the setup here for both my bottles, and I was really happy with the way this all turned out. So I can put these two bottles in here, and they are just absolutely in here. Like I could roll this whole thing up on my truck or my trailer, tie it off, and be 100% confident that I could go down the highway, and these bottles are going to be secure. So let me put this bottle up in here, and then I'll show you some close-ups of this thing. But it's an interesting project, and I probably, since I did have this bad accident, I probably didn't film as much as I should have. But I was kind of embarrassed, and I was in pain, and but accidents happen. If you work around tools 7 days a week, something's going to eventually happen. You're going to cut yourself or what have you. But it was a wake-up call for me to be more careful. I want to make sure I'm not going to damn it, being mixed up in that. Here, these are just kind of hard to grab onto. So you can see it's just it actually looks about right. It's just a little bit, I don't even know if I'm going to bother. It can't be much, but Alamo, those guys they'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. But let me put this on, let me bring the camera down, and I'll show you, locking this thing and securing it in place. And then I'm gonna hook my MIG gun up and put wire in, and I've got something to weld on. So over the next, hopefully many years, you're going to see me using this machine in all the different configurations, MIG, stick, and TIG. And it's a sweet setup, and very compact, and so I'm really glad to have it. Well, you can see here that the bottle does not touch the steel ring, because I've got this gasket material, this belting material that I made, and you'll see that in the detail on how I did this. This is permanently held in place by bolts, and there's a piece of plywood on the bottom, so the bottle is not touching the steel at all. And up here, same thing. So the bottle is, I got the semicircle here, so it's rubber up here, and then this is the mating side here that fits. It's going to lock in place, and each one of them is marked. I've got left and right marked, and all I have to do is just put it in with a bolt. I thought, should I try to come up with a quick release thing? And I'm like, no, because it's not a big deal to just take this out with a socket, because I only change these out every couple months. It can be more if I'm really welding a lot, where I will have to change my bottle after just a couple days, but that's pretty rare. I'm a woodworker. Here, let me take this off. I may have to loosen these guys up a little bit just to make sure that I have the regulator pointed in. Yeah. I don't think I can turn that. I think it's probably too tight. That looks like a brand new bottle there. Or just maybe tested, and actually it looks like a new bottle, because you'll see that there are marks that they put on here after it's been hydrostatically tested to make sure that everything is perfect, that it meets all codes and requirements. But I want this to point in. Okay, that looks good like that. Maybe just a touch more. But you always want your regulators in to make sure something's not going to hit them and whack them. But that's one of the reasons I did this design here. So since I work on a tight spot, and I wanted to make sure that nothing was going to fall down and damage my regulators, which could have, could be really catastrophic. If the regulator's damaged. And so But I think I'm going to have this welder for quite a while, and so for me it was worth it to make this cart. And even if I change out and get another welder sometime down the road, I'm probably always going to have 2 bottles. And you know, that deck on top of that plywood box is big enough to you know, hold all kinds of different welders up there. So you know, so yeah, I could actually use another welder if I needed to, if I'm using someone else's. But let me get this guy hooked up, and I need to get to work. Well, thanks for watching this series, and I hope you find some interesting steel fabrication and woodworking in it. It was a lot of fun to do, and other than, you know, slicing my finger open. But you know, I'm almost healed up. So it was, like I said, it was just a dumb thing to do late at night, tired. Shouldn't have been working, but just probability. And that's even running it across this big crack in my floor. Oh, I love it. So everything's hooked up, and I got welding to do.